Don't be afraid to ask questions. Fuck. I don't give a fuck who it is. If it's your fucking authority figure, if it's your boss at work, if it's your parents, or if it's anybody who has authority over you, don't be afraid to ask questions. Like I've been at a job before and I'm like, oh, I want to be a good employee. I don't want to fuck up. I'm afraid to ask questions because then the boss is going to think that I wasn't paying attention. Fuck that shit. Oh, my parents told me to do this, clean this thing, but if I ask questions, they're gonna yell at me. Fuck that shit. If you don't understand, don't be afraid to fucking ask questions. Any kind of authority figure over you, any kind of anybody telling you what to do, motherfucker, you gotta ask questions because you don't understand. Don't be fucking scared because you want to do it wrong, or don't be scared for any reason, or think like, I don't want to bother them, or like, no, ask the fucking questions because you're gonna learn the fucking fastest. It's better for you to face that like fear of like, I don't want to ask them, and then ask them than to fuck up or be existing in a space of like uncertainty. You know what I mean? So fuck that shit. If your boss had a goddamn job, if it's a fucking CEO of a company, if your goddamn parent, and fucking anybody, I don't give a damn. It's your fucking relationship. Don't be afraid to ask questions because then you're not growing, you're not learning, you're staying in the same spot, you're accepting whatever bullshit. Like, nah, bro, we're here to fucking learn, we're here to progress, we're here to get the fucking job done. I'm trying to do it right. So don't be afraid to fucking ask questions. Okay, so like authority figures. Now, people you don't like, and cultures you don't like, and groups you don't like, and people that you don't like, does everything. Like, oh, why the fuck do they like fucking country music? Why the fuck do they wear these fucking weird ass clothes? Why the fuck do they like this food? Why the fuck are they drug addicts? Why the fuck do they not care about people with all this money? Whatever the fuck you gotta ask. Don't be afraid to ask questions. You especially want to ask questions to people that you don't like. You know what I mean? So you can fucking learn them, so you can understand. People that you think are fucking ignorant as fuck, ask them questions like, okay, well, why this? Me personally, I used to have a fucking bias against country music for no reason because it was trained into me. But then I was asking, like, I really had to ask myself at this point, why do I not like it? And it's like, nah, it's just because thought I didn't like it because other people didn't like it and that was the norm. You know what I mean? But yeah, like people, like cultures or groups or someone, like, for example, like racists, like I want to ask them, I truly want to talk to someone who's racist so I can understand. I just, there's a lot I don't understand with that, but I respect everyone's beliefs, whether I support or not. I want to know. You know what I mean? Like, I want to understand. Or like, if you're a guy, ask girls questions. If you're a girl, ask guys questions. Like, ask them the shit that you're afraid to ask. Ask them the shit that you really want to know, because you're just gonna learn and progress and grow from that point. You don't grow that fast by not asking questions and believing your fucking current like thought. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, bro, we gotta figure out why they do that. Why the hell do they wear those clothes? Why this? You know what I mean? Why is that your preference? Why is this your sexual orientation? Not question them to tell them, why do you do this? You shouldn't do it. Question in the way of like, I'm trying to understand brains that produce this life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to understand someone who has a brain that believes in this so I can understand what I might have missed. That rhymed. But yeah, like, so authority figures, don't be afraid to fucking ask them because you don't want to be in a submissive spot of like, I hope I'm doing it right. Hey, mom, was this good enough? No, fuck that shit. Be like, mom, I don't understand this. Can you please explain it better? Hey, boss, tell me it again. I don't understand. Or person that you don't like, I fully disagree with your culture, but I do want to understand why you live that way. You know what I mean? And the final thing, don't be afraid to ask yourself questions. Said a little bit ago, that was a spoiler. Well, now you got it. Don't be afraid to ask yourself questions. You see this? You see this? You see homie over there? Oh yeah, what's up with it, man? Yeah, I ain't afraid to ask him questions. I will answer anything. You see? You see? You see? Oh yeah, I got you, homie. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't afraid to ask questions, dude. I ask myself questions all day. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I ask myself stuff like, Why did you do that? Why do you want to do that? Why am I trying to fit in? Why do I even like this food? Why do I not like this food? Why do I hate this music? Why do I like this music? Why can I not overcome my habits? Why am I still doing drugs? Why am I still doing this? Why am I lying to myself? Why am I lying to other people? You know what I mean? These are just some examples. Don't be afraid to ask yourself questions. Don't be all like, this is just how I am. Nah, you need to look yourself in the goddamn mirror like I did, like the homie over there, and be like, bro, why? Why the fuck do you do this? Why this? Or what do you want? What do you want to fucking do today? I don't give a fuck if people think you're fucking crazy and shit. Oh, the fuck will. Don't do it around people. Ask yourself goddamn questions so you can learn about yourself, bro. Like, come on now. Like, fuck that shit. Don't be afraid to ask questions to your fucking boss. Don't be afraid to ask questions to your fucking relationship partner. Don't be afraid to ask questions to the racists. Respectfully, respectfully. Don't be afraid to ask yourself questions. Why the fuck am I still slacking off in my fucking life? Why am I still doing dope? You know what I mean? Like, don't be afraid. I'm not, but you know, I always like using that example because, like, people always act like fucking tweakers and drug addicts are just nobodies and shit. And I'm like, nah, you guys are my fucking friends. And why am I friends with everyone, including drug addicts? Because I asked them questions. I was like, why are you a drug addict? And they were like, because when I was 16, I accidentally did this drug. Now I'm 30 and I can't escape it. I'm like, oh, damn. I thought you were just this loser, deadbeat fucking nobody that doesn't do shit. You actually were a respectable person that got depressed and went down the wrong path because of your influence wasn't optimal. Oh, now I learn not to judge drug addicts. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask questions.